Hi guys, it's Josie with Scott Lowry Marketing, and today we are going to go over listings and landing pages. If you can just comment in the chat here that you can see my screen and you can hear my voice, we'll go ahead and get started. Awesome. Thank you, Rick. Wonderful. Okay, welcome. So we are going to go to agent.kw.com and log into Command. Generally, we use Firefox private mode, but you can see today I'm using Chrome Incognito. We highly recommend this browser. Firefox was working and there must have been an update or something recently because we're seeing some errors come across our desk using Firefox private mode. So we recommend Google Chrome Incognito. You're just going to put in your username and password. Go ahead and click on sign in. And side note, username is not case sensitive, but the passwords are. If you have any questions at all, feel free to put it in the chat. I'll try to get your questions answered. And if I can't, I'll refer you to our brilliant team, support@scottlowrymarketing.com. All right, so we are going to go over the listings applet briefly, and then I'll show you how to create a landing page. The reason we do landing pages is to provide value to a potential client in return for their contact information. So these pages are standalone pages, and you can use it when you're running a paid ad through Facebook. You can use this as the HTML that will guide them to this website. You can do a QR code for it or just mark it alongside with the listing itself with signs and open houses. All right, so on the left-hand side, we are looking for the listings applet. If you hover over it, it will tell you it's listings. If you prefer to click on the red KW, it'll tell you what each of these applets are. So we're just going to click on listings real quick. So you can see it defaults to my listings. Scott doesn't have any current listings. We're in Scott's command today. And if you're seeing this, it's possible that you haven't synced your MLS yet. So what you would do is go ahead and click on Sync My MLS. We recommend always searching by MLS number. So we're going to switch to Browse by MLS number instead of listing address. If he had a listing, he would enter it here. He would click on Next. It would then ask him if he's the primary listing agent or co-listing agent. And then once he selects that, they'll send a verification email, and then your command will then be synced with your MLS. And although Scott is not synced with the MLS, he can still use the search option here, much like you would use Zillow or maybe Redfin. So he can go to search and we can search by map right here. So we can zoom in. Let's go to Idaho Falls area. So if you wanted to see what listings are in Jackson, it'll start to populate right here on the right-hand side. Let's go ahead and take a look at this one in Jackson, Wyoming. Let's see. Oh, we got to click on, I think it's this. Just a couple clicks away. And then we've got all the information, much like the MLS provides, although I'm not seeing private comments in here. So, but you've got the listing overview. Looks like this one's actually off market. The list date, days on market, the price, lot size, bedrooms, bathrooms, description. You've got the map right here. You've got annual taxes. School details would be here. So you can use this much like you would your MLS or Zillow or Redfin. You can see all the photos, open houses, if they have any, virtual tours, and links. So that is the listings applet within Command. For today, we're going to go to consumer. So it's right below that for sale sign. Click on consumer, bottom left corner. And we're going to create a landing page. So right here, it takes us to our main website. This is our agent site right here. And what we're looking for is landing pages right next to agent site pages. Go ahead and click on that. And then you can click on create new page in the top right-hand corner. And it will always ask, do you want this on your agent site or as a landing page? We just want this as a single page. So we'll say as a landing page and create page. And the first thing I always do is rename the page. So we are going to use a listing that my old MCA provided us. So we're just going to rename it the address of the listing. So this one is 582 Sterling Drive. If you don't save it, it'll have a random series of letters and numbers. So this just looks a little bit better. Or if you don't rename it. Okay, and then on the right-hand side, we have our widgets. So you can choose from agent branding or branded header. I always prefer branded header. I think it looks a little bit sleeker. So I'm just, if you can see, I'm hovered over it. It lights up in teal. I'm going to click on it and drag it over. The green line tells me I've got it where I want it to be, and I'm going to just release my mouse. Right after that, I'm going to put in a listing. So we're going to grab the listing widget right here in the middle underneath lead form. Grab that. So the green line says, do you want it above this widget or below this widget? So we would definitely want it below. So we're just going to drop that right in there. And this is just a default property that KWRI has put in there, just to give you an idea. All right, and then after that, we want a lead form. We want clients to look at the listing, and then we want them to ask us for information. So we'll put that in there. You can also put in a YouTube video if you happen to have one. If you have any type of drone video, we could grab this widget and drag that over. And then we're going to end with our legal footer. So it's right under the branded header, legal footer. Just grab that, drag it, and drop it over. The green line kind of disappears, but we saw it go down. So hopefully you guys can see the green line on your end. If you're following along, you for sure will see that. All right, so that is the template for our landing page. We're just going to click on Configure Widgets right here on the bottom right-hand corner. And here's all of our widgets. So first we've got our branded header. So we'll click on the first one. And we can enter our header text. So we can put in 580 or like welcome to. You only have 30 characters to work with, so keep that in mind. Unfortunately, this is left justified. There's no way to center it. All right, and we've got our headshot, and that's pulling from our marketing profile, which we've already set up. All of our information is correct because we've set that up already. And if you haven't gotten that set up, feel free to reach out to us. We can certainly give you a hand in that. And we have a questionnaire we can send over so that we can fill that out for you. We also have some classes that walk you through that. Website 101, I would recommend. We're going to click on the bottom right-hand corner and click on Save and Apply. And you can see a live update. It added that 582 Sterling Drive. And then to go to the next page, we're coming up to the top right-hand corner. We're on branded header, which is 1 out of 4 widgets. We're going to click on the right arrow. That'll take us to the listing. And now we'll select Browse Listings. Again, I always recommend searching by MLS ID. I feel like looking for the property address doesn't narrow the options down at all. You'll still have 10,000 options. So we're just going to click on this little drop-down menu and switch it to MLS number. My MLS is 2151268 and click on search in the top right-hand corner. And this is my listing right here. And you just want to double check just because it did pull up some other options that are similar MLS numbers. So you just want to make sure this is the listing agent, this is the listing date, Keller Williams. So we'll click on select. And then it automatically pulls that information over from KWLS. It'll do the main header that you selected with your MLS. And you can do a custom image if you'd like. If you accidentally selected the wrong listing, you can just click on Change Listing. And these are all the photos we want. It's all set, good to go. So we're going to click on Save and Apply, bottom right-hand corner. And there is our live update on the left-hand side. Such a quick and easy class today, guys. I love it. You're going to be pros. All right, so we're ready for the next widget, which is pretty much good to go. So we'll click on the right arrow to take us from 204 to 304. And automatically the form header says, interested, let's talk. You could definitely change that to anything you want more details, looking for a tour, anything like that. I'm just going to leave it as is. You guys are creative. You can switch it if you want. Click on Save and Apply in the bottom right-hand corner. All right. And then to be prompted to move to the next page, we just click on this arrow right here, top right corner. And again, this is all our information from our marketing profile. So we'll click on Save and Apply on the bottom right-hand corner. And now we're going to click on Publish Page in the top right-hand corner. Are you sure you want to make it active? We're going to say yes, update it. All right, so where's my page? It took me back to the agent site pages. So don't be alarmed if this happens to you. Don't panic. It's right here under landing pages again. It just automatically defaults to this page. So here's our landing page. We're going to switch this URL so it looks a little bit easier to read. So we're going to do that by clicking on the three dots on the right-hand side. This will allow us to edit. And we're going to go to Change URL. And we're just going to change the slug using the address. So we're going to do 582 Sterling Drive. The only thing with the slugs is you can't use any special characters generally, although it does say you can use dashes. We'll go, and you can't have any spaces, by the way. We're going to go ahead and click Create. It says our URL has been updated. So let's take a look at our landing page. It'll automatically take us to this. So this is what your consumer will experience whenever you share this URL. So we've got the address right here. They've got our phone number, our name. Here is the main photo. Some information about the property. Ooh, we got an indoor pool over there, a lap pool. You can scroll through the photos. I think if you just sit here, it will automatically switch through like a slideshow. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, we'll scroll down. Here's all the details. Here's a map your consumer can use to figure out exactly where it's located. You can also switch it to satellite view. You can zoom in even closer if you'd like. And then your consumer will enter their information. So we're going to put in Scott's information. We'll see if this works. In all my live classes, it generally doesn't work. So let's cross our fingers. Give me a drum roll, positive vibes, all that. And I am just looking at the chat now. Sorry, guys. All right, David, what can you put in if you don't have any listings? Oh, so if you just wanted to do like an open house landing page, I think. So you just wouldn't drag over the listing widget. You would just do like the branded header and then probably just the lead form. And then your legal footer. And you can use that for any of your open houses when people come to sign in instead of the old clipboard and pen. And I've got another question here. How to use a landing page for an open house with a QR code? And how can you have the clickers show up as leads in command? So it'll show up as a lead So if they use their phone, scan the QR code, tap on that, it will take them to this landing page we just created. And then hopefully they'll enter their information. Once they enter their information, that will come across as a notification in Command. And hopefully that answers your question. If not, I'm happy to answer more if that's not it. All right, so this is what your client will hopefully do. They'll put their information in. They've got their email address, phone number. They do have to say they are not a robot. Of course, you're welcome. Happy to help. All right, I'm not a robot. And then they just click on send. It worked. That's so exciting. We got that little green ribbon that said, thank you, your information has been sent. I'm going to open a new tab and see if we can get that notification. Oh, no, I'll just use the same tab. All right, so the notification bell in the top right-hand corner, let's see if this is what we want. Yep. So any notifications that come in through your app, through your website, will generally come in through this notification bell, similar to social media. Lead form notification, new lead info captured a few seconds ago. We click on that. Perfect. So this is our leads information. We can then add a neighborhood. Here's the note that they left us. And it says the lead was received from 582 Sterling Drive from our landing page. So all the details, very big brother. You've got all the information right there. Oh, Rick, great question in the chat. Can you get rid of the reCAPTCHA? Unfortunately, no. I'll invite you to reach out to ideas.kw.com. It's honestly probably already something that somebody submitted. So if you guys want to upvote that, KWRI is always looking to make improvements. And, you know, Command is built by agents for agents. So that's a great idea. You should submit to them for sure. What about notes? Okay, let's see. From the lead form, correct? Leave a note. I think that's your question, Rick. Let me know if not. Yeah, no, it's all, most of Command is like a template, just placeholders. So there's not a ton of adjusting that you can do, customization. So leave a note. I mean, let's do a live experiment and see. I just refreshed the page because the reCAPTCHA expired. I'm going to see if it's required. Let's see, let's do Leroy. This, by the way, is our email address. If you guys ever have any questions, we would love to help you. All right, so we're going to see if we can bypass the leave a note. Send. Nope, it is required. Great question, Rick. And then Allie and Ange, does KW have a QR code generator? They don't, but we can definitely help you with that. And I can show you how to do that. I've actually got a little bit of time left, so I can show you how to create a QR code. Thank you for all the questions, everybody. Julia, does the landing page replace the agent site or is it in addition? How does it look if it's an addition? So the agent site is specific to about me, about us, mortgage calculator, a school search, sort of just kind of your main like core website. And the landing page is just kind of a standalone page that you can use for paid Facebook ads, Facebook posts. You can send it out in an email campaign. It's just so that you have a specific URL, AKA website, just for this listing that you're trying to market for your clients. Having said that, however, it is possible to embed this URL into your website if you wanted. The only thing is once it's sold, you would have to go in and manually delete that. And if you were going to embed your landing page into your website, you would use something called iframe generator. I'll show you what that looks like. -generator.com. So feel free to reach out if this is overwhelming, but we generally, I change the width and the height to 100 by 100%. So it just takes up the whole page. And I always add a scroll bar. So then I would just grab this URL by copying, pasting it here. You can click on preview. You can do this with other websites, but some of them won't allow their websites to be embedded due to security and privacy issues. So we usually just hit preview just to make sure. It'll pop up this isn't obviously what it will look like, but the fact that it's not a broken image tells us that it will work. And then we would just click on generate, and there's our iframe code. And we do have some tip videos on how you can iframe websites into your website. And let's see, coming back to our landing page, I'm going to click on consumer. Julia, I hope that answers your question. Let me know if not. So if you were to embed that, you would just click on create a new page, add a widget, and then throw that iframe code into a text block. Again, feel free to search our YouTube page for more details on that. All right, and then I do have a little extra time to show you how to create a QR code. We use something called I think it's QR code generator. There you are. Okay, can you see my screen? I lost you guys. I'm so sorry. We love technology. Thank you. Welcome back. Thanks, Dion. Okay, this isn't the one I want. QR-code-generator. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, so this is super easy. QR-code-generator.com. This is the URL that we're using right here. This is our page that we just created. So I'm just going to copy that. I'm coming back over to my QR code generator tab. Drop it in there. You can see it's working and it's ready to download. So you just click on download. It'll pop up in the corner in your downloads. I just recommend always checking to make sure. Sorry, do I have you guys still? I do. Okay. I always just check it with my phone just to make sure it's going to an actual website. And then you can use the QR code on your any type of signage maybe, or flyers that you're creating. Yeah, I mean, the possibilities are endless. All right, this is such a quick and easy class. Thank you so much for all your questions. Oh, sorry, Julia, we didn't see the way you linked the landing page to the agent site. Oh, it's probably for another class. I'm gonna end the meeting though. If you wanna hang out, I can show you how to do that. But if you do want to stick around and see how to add the landing page to the website, I can show you real quick. But that's all I've got for you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. Now you are a pro at listings and landing pages. And as always, reach out, support at Scholarly Marketing if you have any questions at all. Thanks for coming.